Hello everyone, and welcome to the lesson on factor by grouping. Okay, what we're going to be looking here is how do you factor a polynomial that has 4 terms. Okay, so step 1, draw a line after the second term, but don't erase the line there. Okay, after the second term but before the sign, plus or minus for the third term. Okay, now this is going to be repeated greatest common factor. On the left side, your greatest common factor is x squared. When you factor that out, you're left with x plus 5. Here's a hint. On the right side, you need the x plus 5 in parentheses. So now you have to figure out what do you factor out to get that. And you're going to factor out a 3. Positive 3. Okay, so now at this level here, your greatest common factor is x plus 5, and when you factor that out, you're left with x squared plus 3. Okay, so this is repeated, completing the square factoring out the greatest common factor. Okay, you're factoring out the greatest common factor. So let's take a look at this one. We're going to draw a line right here. And on the left side, your greatest common factor is 3x cubed. When you factor that out, you're left with 3x. You're left with x plus 2, excuse me. Which means on this side I need an x plus 2. If you look at that, they're both minuses. In order to flip that sign, I have to factor out a negative 5. So I factor a negative 5 out of those terms, I get an x plus 2. So at this level, my greatest common factor is x plus 2. When I factor that out, it leaves me with 3x cubed minus 5. Okay? So these problems are not easy. They're pretty challenging, kind of tough, but hang in there with them. There's a bunch of them. So what I suggest you do is maybe do the odd numbers first, and then if you're feeling really ambitious, go back and do the evens, because I will tell you this is something that's going to be important in September when you're looking at factoring polynomials in Algebra 2. So at least do the odds. Hopefully everybody will be ambitious enough and you'll do all of them. So this has been the lesson on factor by grouping, and this lesson has been brought directly to you from my dining room table.